G'day guys, I'm out this afternoon and this evening on a pig contract, something a little bit different. I'm going to run the e-bike. I'm pretty keen to see how close I can get to these animals. They do get a little bit vehicle shy. Let's see how we go. You'd think these pigs would pick a better spot to dig up than the farm track. Nope, right in the middle of it. Made a hell of a mess in here. The sun's just gone down over that skyline and it's definitely starting to cool off already. The pigs have been coming out into the open, literally where I am right now. So my plan while it gets dark is to sit and wait. There's a whole heap of pop holes through this fence where the animals have been coming out of cover. There's a creek line along there into these open paddocks once it gets dark. What do you reckon? This started off as 6 pigs. That's a cow top at the back there. I think my barrel is about to get very warm. If you're wondering why I haven't already walked over and started smashing those pigs, it's not dark yet and there's absolutely no cover out here. So I'm going to put some more clothes on. There's still more animals coming out. Once it gets dark, we will commence operations. I'm just waiting for it to get proper dark. And I've got more pigs coming in now, so I'm definitely in the right spot. In amongst all of that, I've moved along about 150 metres and there's one sow out in the paddock just by herself. So what's the fella to do? Let's whack that one with a subsonic. Turns out she was a bit of a squirter. It's a nice big trail of claret that came out the front. Obvious reasons, I'm in red mode. I've ended up walking over onto the edge of this long grass paddock and another group of pigs have come up out of the creek, so I've fair whacked into those. Yes, I did get 2 for 1 again. I've walked right down onto the creek and I've had 2 animals come straight towards me. My mistake, I didn't change magazines, so I've capped the first pig, spun onto the second one, hit it with a shot, empty mag. So fortunately the first shot was fatal, but I've done a quick mag change, thumped another round into it as it's laying on the ground, thrashing around just to do the right thing. Not too many solid black pigs in here. They all seem to be these motley looking coloured camo things. It does make them a little bit harder to see in the daylight. Fortunately with thermal, it doesn't matter. This is the first pig that I shot for the afternoon, so we've gone to red mode because he's got a rather large hole just under his ear there. Mostly sheep in this paddock, but centre frame there. That's not a bad looking boar. There's our e-bike. This guy does not give a stuff. 100 metres away. I've got this guy just here, but he's got all those sheep behind him and in there, so I'll have to wait for him to get into that gap there. Might take a couple of minutes, but it'll be safer. I love it when a plan works. I managed to whack that boar right on the pop hole out of the paddock, clear of the sheep. That's a reasonable sized mob of pigs over there on that hillside. 700 metres away. Might have to head that direction. That's what we're looking for. Oh, cranky boar there in the middle. He's just ripped one into that little pig. I've had to climb up quite a bit further on this hillside than I expected to get an angle at these pigs, but I've towed up quite a few, and from the sign around, there's pig shit absolutely everywhere. They've been living in this spot for quite a while. It never ceases to amaze me how much damage these pigs can take. Even shooting a 150 grain SST out of a 308, it isn't uncommon to put a second shot into them. Now, the first shot generally would be fatal anyway. If it was a hunting situation, they'd run 20 or 30 metres, keel over, but I do like to get them down hard and fast to get the job done, and it's quite often that I do pump a second round into an animal before I swing on to the next target. Big fat sow, this one. It only counts as one, but the reality is in a few months it would have been at least half a dozen more, so they are good animals to remove when you're doing pest control. I've walked out through all this plains grass to get at those pigs. It's nearly as tall as me. I don't know if you can see that little red light there, centre frame. I've left the red light on the bike, so that's always a good idea. I've shown people that before in the videos. It just gives you a visual to get back to your vehicle, or in this case, the e-bike. I've just got back to the bike after a bit of a walk. Everything's already getting nice and sparkly, certainly cold enough. Quick reload on some magazines, and it's that time of night. Let's have some Dirty Bird. I've been having these flatbread sliders. They're not bad cold, I must admit. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the twisters. Not as much anyway, now they're full of bloody cabbage, but these ones actually seem to have lettuce in them, and they taste pretty good. Definitely pigs in that next paddock, and it looks like 3 groups to figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, there's another one coming in there. Cattle, look at this. They're running all around me. Bastards of things. Scaring all my pigs off. These stupid bloody cattle chasing me. I don't think they know what the e-bike is. And they've scared all these friggin' pigs off, because I'm sure as shit not making any noise on the bike. We definitely get some cool interactions out here after dark with the thermal gear. Look at the pointy talons on this owl. Very cool indeed. He's not quite sure what I am though. Oi! I've just rode in on this pig, standing next to the bike, 92 metres away. I've just clocked that guy there with a subsonic, and the rest of those pigs are over there under those trees. 500 metres away, a bit of a hair there, so we'll go through the gate, close the gap. 190 grain sub X up the back of the ear, that'll do it every single time. I've just had this boar here walk right in on me. I shot him at 33 metres while I was taking some photos of that other pig. And there's another mob out there that's come out in the same paddock, completely unawares. I won't turn my white light on with those other pigs about 200 metres away, but he's a really solid boar, this fella. Moving into position on these guys. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll try and get on that fence there. See that grass on the right hand side? That's the cover that they come from. So we'll try and put ourselves between cover and the pigs. Hopefully we can put a dent in them. How's that for you? One e-bike, one rifle on the tripod, and one mob of pigs about 100 metres away. One nice, very warm suppressor. I'm not picking all those pigs up. Some of them are rather messy. The things you see when you turn the light on. I've shot myself a ranger. No, I don't have whitewashed wheels. It is just really freaking cold. Look at all that sparkle on this bike. It would be a few degrees below zero quite easily. I just shot some pigs before and handled the rifle without gloves on for a bit better dexterity. And I must say my hands were rather sore after a few minutes. If someone asked me what clothes should you wear in weather like this, the answer would be all of them. Just a big old sow, this one, mooching around on the hill by herself. That's what subsonics are for. Looks like 2, possibly 3 pigs out there on that little face. And there's another animal where that kangaroo is, just under that. I can see its back. So I removed before, looks like another pig, but there's a fair few wombats up in here. It's a little bit hard to tell. Yeah, that's a wombat. See the hustle on him side to side. Another wombat there. But that's a really good boar. Bloody wind shifted. There goes that boar. Bastard. I've had a mechanical failure on this bike. That's your back pedal. Meant to do that. That direction though, that wheel should be turning. It's like it's stripped the drive off in that back hub, or how it attaches in the hub. Bugger, I'm a long way from where I need to be to get out of here, so this is going to suck ass pushing this big heavy thing out of here. Righto, a bit of an update. First point, if there was a wet, smelly cow shit in this paddock, I've run over them all, so fantastic. What's a fella to do? Get the cable ties out. I've got some MacGyver action going on in there. Now, I am a mechanical engineer, legitimately I am, and what I can tell you is those cable ties no way will take the load that 1000 watt motor puts on that sprocket drive, so I'm in a fair bit of trouble. I'm probably going to be pushing the bike out of here. Maybe I might be able to get down on the flats and get a little bit of motor power, or at least pedal to get back. But the other frustrating thing, out there in the darkness somewhere, I can bloody hear pigs squealing. So yeah, very frustrating. It's a disappointing turn of events, but the night's not over yet. I've got a long walk back at the least, and I've got to go back past all those paddocks I shot the pigs in earlier, so I'll ditch the bike and go and shoot pigs if I have to. I've got pigs in here in this long grass. The buggers are going to slip away really quickly, but we'll see what we can do. I tell you what, those pigs vanish in this grass. They only take a few steps and you can't see them anymore. Bloody pigs just there. Cheeky buggers. There's that dead sow I shot with a subsonic behind him. It's taken me a few cock-ups to realise what I'm doing wrong. This new rifle I've got, it's a Defiance action, so a Remington 700 clone with a 90-degree bolt lift. Now, when I'm wearing this helmet, I'm short cycling it. Now, the reason why that is happening is on the upstroke and the pullback, I'm hitting the light or the visor of the helmet with the bolt handle. So note to self, take the damn helmet off when you want to run the bolt. I'm being very gentle on these pedals, and I must say my MacGyver repair with the cable ties on that back drive is actually still holding up. Fingers crossed it stays that way. The best thing, I'm still managing to shoot pigs as I work my way back. So there we go, that's a good example of what you can achieve with quality thermals under that cow. There, 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 and there are pigs in amongst those sheep. And I've got these guys here as well, so they're in a little bit of trouble. How's that for shot placement when you're aiming at the base of the ear? Reasonably precise. He's not a bad boar, this one, coloured fella. Absolutely stinks. He's obviously been eating some sort of carrion, dead sheep, dead cow, maybe other dead pigs. This big sow here must be just about ready to drop those piglets. I've hit her in the lungs, as you can see by the bubbles there, with a subsonic, and she's just managed to crawl away through the fence. That's a nice healthy dog fox down. Always happy to get those guys on the deck, given the chance. I'm 2 paddocks away from the house, and I am grateful to get this far, but my MacGyver repair, it's finally failed. I'm not one to water things down, so anyway, things have kind of gone to poo on this one. It's really cold. I'm nearly back at the house. I've still got a bit of a walk, and I thought I'll have a quick break, close out the video. Still a good trip. I've shot close to 50 pigs, so that's a great outcome for the property owner. If you did like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Ensure you subscribe to the channel with the bell icon on. I'd appreciate it if you'd like to have a look at my Patreon, and I'll see everyone next time.